Mark GENTY Last updated 5 o'clock the 5th of June 2018. Michael Dodge, Getty Images. The MCG Boxing Day test sits alongside England at Lord's as a high point of a player's career. Michael Dodge, Getty Images. Steve Smith of Australia celebrates his century against England in Melbourne in December, and may well make his Boxing Day test return against New Zealand late next year. Ross SETFORD, AP New Zealand captain Kane Williamson is yet to lead his side in a test against Australia, and is poised to do so in the cauldron of the MCG in December next year. Scott Barber, Getty Images. Australia are unbeaten in their last 7 Boxing Day tests, stretching back to England in 2010. Getty Images. The great Sir Richard Hadlee was man of the match after a 10-wicket bag in the 1987 Boxing Day test, but New Zealand were one agonising wicket away from beating Australia. Cricket. Die-hard New Zealand cricket fans can start planning their 2019 Christmas in Melbourne. 32 years since they last played Australia in a Boxing Day test, the Black Caps are set to return for one of world cricket's iconic matches at the Melbourne Cricket Ground at the end of next year. Cricket Australia, CA, and New Zealand Cricket, NZC, were tight-lipped, but Stuff understands they have locked in the fixture as part of the new Test Championship, which was ratified by the International Cricket Council Board at last month's meeting. The ICC is expected to announce the schedule within weeks for the first cycle starting in August next year, leading up to the inaugural final, most likely at Lord's, in June 2021. Fred Moore, Trio bye for pink ball test Black Caps, 4th in all formats Langer offers Warner lifeline sledging has a place in cricket. Langer ACA spokesman reiterated his line from earlier this year that a trans-Tasman Boxing Day test in 2019 was still a possibility, while NZC chief executive David White wouldn't confirm or deny when asked if he'd sealed the deal with his CA counterpart James Sutherland at the ICC meeting in Kolkata. The only thing I'll say is, I don't think New Zealand fans will be disappointed with the Black Caps Test Championship schedule, White said of a blockbuster 2019-20 summer when they could play Australia, India and England in tests within a few months. News of New Zealand's overdue test reappearance at the MCG will be welcomed by the team and fans baffled by how long they were snubbed for a match that rivals England at Lord's as a career highlight. Remarkably, captain Kane Williamson and senior pace duo Tim Southee and Trent Boult weren't even born when New Zealand last graced Melbourne for a Boxing Day test, when Australian number 11 Mike Whitney defied the great Sir Richard Hadlee in an epic draw in 1987. Add feedback. England 8 times, India 6, West Indies 5, South Africa 5, Pakistan 4, and Sri Lanka 2 have all featured since then. India are Australia's Boxing Day opponents this year. Australia are ranked 3rd in Test cricket to New Zealand's 4th, after the Black Caps briefly moved ahead of their rivals following their 1-0 series win over England last month. At the end of next year, Australia will be back to full strength, with new coach Justin Langer saying Steve Smith, David Warner and Cameron Bancroft would all be welcomed back after their suspensions for ball tampering. New Zealand will need to overcome a poor record across the Tasman, too. Since their 2-1 Hadlee-inspired series win in 1985, they won just one of their next 22 tests in Australia, in Hobart in 2011. The Ghosts may also linger from their heavy 2015 World Cup defeat to Australia at the MCG before a packed house of 93,000. White said the Test Championship schedule had the Black Caps playing 3 home and 3 away series, against 6 different opponents in the first 2 years. He would only confirm 2 tests in Sri Lanka in August next year as their first assignment, alongside the Ashes series in England, which is the starting point for the new championship. White previously confirmed India would tour New Zealand for 2 tests in early 2020, while England are also understood to be in line to visit that summer. We've got really good content, all the big countries we are playing against, big countries coming here as well. We're delighted, White said. Most of New Zealand's series in the 9-team Test Championship will be 2 tests, which will carry the same number of points as a 5-test series. The scoring system is yet to be finalized by the ICC, but it is likely every test will count for points, with the 2 latter leaders to meet in the final at the end of each 2-year cycle. New Zealand's next test isn't until October to November, when they're scheduled to play 3 against Pakistan in the United Arab Emirates. White confirmed 5 tests in the upcoming home season, 2 against Sri Lanka in December and 3 against Bangladesh in March, including a likely day-nighter at Mount Maunganui, Hamilton or Napier, before preparations ramp up for the World Cup in England next June. White said the Black Caps would play a minimum of 8 tests a year under the new schedule. It's a good level of test cricket. The balance is good now, and we're part of a championship where every test match will mean something in terms of points, stuff.